Good evening and welcome to our boneless coverage of this year's semis on Celebrity Big Brother 2015. Now, I don't know about you, have you seen any good semis on Big Brother this year?
I've seen 2 or 3.
Well, I can only think of 2. One is Austin,
yeah.
The other is James, and they always seem to have them in each other's company.
Wow.
But first, it's Big Brother's Bit on the Snide. I'm James.
I'm Lindsay.
And here we are.
Here's a disclaimer. It's our second podcast of the day and we're drunk. So if we say anything offensive, we don't mean it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it starts off with boiled eggs and coat hangers.
Right. Now, who's boiling eggs and who's hanging coaters?
What? So then,
now, I've been watching Big Brother a long time.
Yeah.
At least in the last year, I can think of a lot of trouble with coat hangers.
Yeah.
Big Brother Canada, remember, was there no coat hangers?
There is always coat hanger wars.
The minute someone gets evicted on BB UK, it's like, get the hangers, get the hangers.
Get the hangers.
And I'm sure on BB USA I've seen some sort of coat hanger talk. What's going on? Is there a worldwide shortage?
Well, there is in everyone's house. It's like socks and coat hangers, isn't it? They just go missing.
It's not so much the hangers. You want the right kind of hanger. Like, personally, I just like the metal ones. I don't like all the wood or the plastic. That's no good for me.
I like the ones that you can put your trousers through.
Oh, your trousers?
Yeah.
Ryan likes that too. So, yeah.
So Bobby was trying to meddle with this Chloe, Stevie, Janice and Holy Trinity.
Bobby Darvro meddling in something. I cannot fucking believe it.
He said to Stevie, Richie, you as the future husband...
What, Richie or Stevie?
He said, you as the future husband need to put your foot down with Chloe about Janice.
Oh, yeah.
He says, Janice gets paid for doing these shows and you don't, Bobby. And she's playing a game.
That means Janice is getting paid more than Darvro.
I'm sure she is, about 10 times more.
1,000,000 times more. And also, that too.
Chloe said to Stevie, you know you're my number one. And Stevie said, I don't feel like it sometimes. Oh.
Is he jealous of Janice now?
He must be pleased that Janice is gone now. Jan arse.
Yeah, but if she's got an issue with her drink problem and he's had like 14 pints, who's she going to talk to? She needs a fellow rehabber like Tila Tequila or someone that will help her.
True. So then Austin said to James, will you go and ask Chloe about these eggs? I don't want to feel like I'm beating up on a poor alcoholic girl.
Right, now, are we sure this isn't Janice Dickinson's $1 trillion eggs?
Oh yeah, good point. James said, coat hangers, boiled eggs, what's it fucking matter? Wow, that's a good point.
It's a very good point. But why was she boiling eggs? For airtime or...
I have no
Everyone knows if
idea.
you want to cry on TV, you chop an onion. Right?
Are eggs the new toast?
No, nothing will be the new toast.
That's true.
The only thing I think that could possibly be the new toast, and even that it's an outside shot, it could be going to the toilet. Pee and poo.
Yeah, going to the toilet for your sex act.
Quite different. No, just pee and poo.
Oh God. So then, now we get down to it. It's the nominations shown on screen. Now, this is the first time that we saw the nominations, so we never got to actually see all of the nominations. We only saw ones of the people who were put up. Do you like that or not like that?
Well, yeah, I did like it because, first of all, you know when they do... I've seen a lot of face-to-face noms this year, and I've seen a lot of noms in the diary room, but what I haven't seen is when they do the noms in the diary room and then show them to the other housemates, which basically Big Brother, they do it every nomination, every fucking season for the last few years. So yeah, it was different. I did like it actually, and also it means you don't have to watch the nominations fucking twice, which is really boring.
That's true, but I would like to have seen all of the nominations. And also, I thought it would have been a good time to have a Friends and Family nomination and have Austin's husband nominate James. I think that would have been good. I would like to have seen the fallout from that. I think it would have been fun.
But what if Austin's husband likes James.
He don't, believe me. I've been on his Twitter.
Okay.
So, do you think that James would have nominated Austin face to face?
That's a very good question, actually. Yeah, I think he would, because I think...
Do you?
Yeah, I do, because I think he was like... Well, he was saying it was because of his behaviour towards Janice. I mean, you know, calling an old defenceless poor granny, what was it, a selfish, mean cunt?
This was before, so...
Whatevs. But I'm saying, face to face, he still would have nominated him, because I think he wants to put him in his place, and he wants to...
Look like the good guy.
I don't think he wants to distance himself from him, but I think he wants to... He does want to pull him up on his behaviour, and he's like, oh, that's what a mate would do and all this business, but...
Bollocks. A mate would back you up even if you're wrong. That's what a mate does. Backs you up even when you're downright wrong.
Right, so hang on. You're in Big Brother, celebrity, and your mate's a John McCrory. Are you going to keep him off the block? Actually, who would nominate John McCrory? You'd be crazy, wouldn't you?
I was confused with that conversation.
Well, there's plenty more where that come from.
Diet Coke, that's all I can think.
All right.
So up on these nominations was Janice.
Right.
Because she's disingenuine and backstabbing.
Isn't disingenuine how you actually say it?
No, disingenuous.
Oh, right.
Jenna.
Jenna.
What?
Nothing.
Janice, Jenna, Bobby and Austin were up on the block.
Now, why was Bobby up? Is it being a pervert? Is it being... What is it?
Even Sherry nominated Bobby. I didn't actually write it down.
He's up to something that we're not seeing.
Janice and Sherry both nominated Bobby, but I forgot. I didn't write down why. Can't you use your own brain cells and remember?
I can't remember, but I can speculate.
Let's speculate.
Janice and Bobby?
Yeah.
Well, because...
No, Janice and Sherry nominated Bobby.
Oh, and Sherry. Oh, whatever. Well...
Is that the end of that?
Yeah.
Right, okay, brilliant. So James nominated Austin. He said, as much as I love him, he's wrong, but he is my best friend in here. That is such a backhanded nomination. That's like suffocating someone with a pillow and then saying, I'm doing it for your own good.
It's like nominating someone because they miss their kids. It's like nominating someone because they miss, I don't know, what?
It's sickening because...
Watching Bargain Hunt. It's like fuck all.
And of all the people in that house, you're telling me James wants Austin to go home. It makes no sense. It's a senseless vote-grabbing nomination.
But do you think the problem lies within, like, you see how Austin is now the only remaining American in the house, yeah? Jenna,
Janice,
Daniel, no, not Janice, Daniel, Scoop, were always saying to him, what the fuck are you voting against your own side for? Why are you doing that? It's stupid. And now the whole thing's fallen to shit. There's one American in there and 5 English people. So unless Austin is in the final 2, there's no point to the whole shit. If it's Davro versus Sherry Houston, God forbid, versus Atomic Kitten in the final 3,
that's impossible.
Then there's literally no point to vote or to have that theme in the first place.
No, what you said I think is going to come true, that it's going to be Austin versus James final 2. I can definitely see that. I can definitely see them setting it up like that. And it would be good to watch as well. It would be good TV.
What will the great idiot general British sparrows do about it? How will they see it? Because all I'm seeing is Austin upset and hurt, but taking it quite well, still crawling back into bed with James. What's James doing? He's still got the upper hand in the argument, hasn't he?
He's got that uppity hand in that argument.
Yeah, he's definitely very high-handed, I'll give him that.
No, James has got nothing, and now that Austin survived, I guarantee you James will come crawling back round to Austin. Janice is gone, so he can't say nothing anymore. Austin has got the upper hand now, so we'll see what happens over the next 2 days, but... It makes me laugh because my friend Lauren texted me because we were out last night and said, oh my god, Austin will never win after what he did tonight, which we're obviously going to get into. But she doesn't know. She is one of these people who thinks James should win because she thinks he's playing an honest game. Honestly, she does.
Who is this person?
Someone who I used to work with.
What's their name? Let's call them out.
No, I'm not saying.
Alright, well, this person, obviously you know who you are. It's not how a real person...
She's not listening to
It's not how a real person...
No, but that's how the mass people think.
This is what I'm worried about. So, sorry, we're getting into it too deep too soon, but what I'm saying is Austin, you could say, looks like, you know, like these Jim Davison fans or whatever, or even Helen Wood fans, they're just saying, oh, he's a silly bender and he's in love with thing and like whatever.
What?
And it's what people think. That's how people think at home, people that vote.
Right.
And then, like, I think this James guy, people are going to actually, like, they're going to see it from his point of view. I've seen it on Twitter, like, people defending him, saying, oh, like, you know, that Austin, he's gone too far and, like, he's doing this and he's doing this and blah, blah, blah. And it's stupid.
Well, our view is the minority view. Do you
Well,
understand?
I know that from my fucking opinions on Brian Dowling. I've been told several fucking times.
The only person who didn't nominate Austin, unbelievably, was Janice.
Because she said she would deal with it. Now, this is strategy talk. She would deal with him in the finals. So she was that sure that she was going to stay. And she thought that she was King Dingaling, but she ain't.
As it turns out. So Janice said about Chloe, she's a bird of paradise, a feathered flower, a light energy, a hummingbird, a fairy.
Right. Now, what's better? Everything you just said or Jade's energy and aura?
Jade's.
Jade. Remember?
Did somebody get on?
Does somebody not like dating an alcoholic? So, look, let's break this down, yeah? Alcoholism... Is it a disease or not?
Oh, God.
Austin says no. Janice says yes. But how can you be disease-ridden alcoholic that you are? How can you get off that overweight X Factor reject Stevie, and after he's had 9 pints or whatever, and live with yourself?
How can you get off with him and live with yourself?
Yeah, because you're sucking in alcohol fumes.
For a magazine deal. Duh.
What, you'll drink for a... oh, God, it's worse than Chagrin, isn't it?
I'm not going through that alcoholic thing again.
Alright, sorry about that.
So then, at this point, this is...
Sorry, alcoholics.
So this is after James has been revealed as nominating Austin. Even Sherry thought it was bad. And
now, Sherry, you knock her, but you know what? She's got a touch of strategy in her.
She was talking about it tonight as well.
I think she might be like a distant relative of Derek Levasseur. There's just something in her. When she voted in the early stages on the face-to-face, she's like, I'm voting you, you're American, it's strategy.
Yeah, that's true, actually. She did say that.
She's one of the few English people that I've heard use the word strategy.
That's true, actually. That's very true.
You know what I mean? And now, again, we see it.
It reminded me of what Vanessa in BBUS said to John the Dentist. She said, if you can throw your best friend under the bus, you can throw anyone under the bus. And I think that's how Sherry feels about what James did to Austin. And she's right.
She said that he's disloyal.
Bobby, meanwhile, was saying, James nominated Austin because he cares about him. Can you explain to me how that works?
Well, the only way you nominate someone because you care about them is if they had like a drug habit. Well, that's Chloe Jasmine. So if you really cared about her, you'd say get her into rehab, get the Mercedes ready, and, you know, get her out. Gail Porter's an obvious one, isn't it? And, you know, so no, I don't understand what...
Exactly, it makes no sense.
It's completely illogical.
How did Bobby beat Janice? How did Bobby get more votes than Janice? I don't get that either.
Well, I don't know, but he is...
What?
It pains me to say it, but he's British, and it is Britain.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that is a factor. That definitely.
It's Ben. What's his name? Ben. What's that producer called? Ben
Frau.
Ben Frau versus Grodner. Basically, isn't it? You know what I mean? So maybe there's that. Janice is a selfish cunt. She has had rotten airtime, if any, and that snoring doesn't help either.
That was funny. So Janice then dug her letter out of the bin, which I told you she would.
No, you're wrong. Do you know who dug it out of the bin?
Chloe Jasmine.
Of course. Now, if Gail had been in the house, she would have been first to dig it out.
Gail would have emptied that bin long before anyone could dig it out.
Yeah, but she probably would have gone down the recycling plant to get it. She's so fast. So no, Chloe cleared the bins out for